for lookouts everywhere. For Gary, for Lou, for all of you keeping watch over us from lookout stations. Man, did we need it. And do we need you now? Jeffers. This is you. I believe that the universe is one being. All its parts are different expressions of the same energy. And they are all in communication with each other, influencing each other, therefore parts of one organic whole. This is physics, I believe, as well as religion. The parts change and pass or die. People and races and rocks and stars. None of them seems to me important in itself, but only the whole. This whole, in all its parts so beautiful, and is felt by me to be so intensely in earnest that I am compelled to love it and to think of it as divine. It seems to me that this whole alone is worthy of the deeper sort of love, and that here is peace, freedom, I might say a kind of salvation in turning one's affection outward toward this one God, rather than inward on oneself or on humanity or on human imagination and abstractions. Rex Roth, Tamalpais, Mount Tamalpais, the years have gone. It is spring again. Mars and Saturn will soon come on low in the west in the dusk. Now the evening sunlight makes hazy girders over steep ravine above the waterfalls. The winter birds from Oregon, robins and varied thrushes, feast on ripe toyon and madron berries. The robins sing as the dense light falls. Andre Rexroth, your ashes were scattered in this place. Here I wrote you a farewell poem, and long ago another, a poem of peace and love, of the lassitude of a long spring evening in youth. Now it is almost 10 years since you came here to stay. Once more, the pussy willows that come after the new year in this outlandish land are blooming. There are deer and raccoon tracks in the same places. A few new sandbars and cobble beds have been left where erosion has grown deep into the hills. The rounds of life are narrow. War and peace have passed like ghosts. The human race sinks towards oblivion. A bittern calls from the same rushes where you heard one on our first year in the West, and where I heard one again in the year of your death. Gary, we thank you so much for so many things. For your Cold Mountain poems, for Hanshan, for the rivers and mountains, for asking us to die as white men and to die as thinking about ourselves as white men, waiting for the last white man to die, and what that means. 6. Men ask the way to Cold Mountain. Cold Mountain. There's no through trail. In summer, ice doesn't melt. The rising sun blurs in swirling fog. How did I make it? My heart's not the same as yours. If your heart was like mine, you'd get it and be right here. Thank you. Mid-August at Sourdough Mountain Lookout. Down valley, a smoke haze, 3 days heat. After 5 days rain, pitch glows on the fir cones across rocks and meadows. Swarms of new flies. I cannot remember things I once read. A few friends, but they're in cities. Drinking cold snow water from a tin cup. Looking down for miles through high, still air. Oh. Beast language. Man, mammal upstands. Michael McClure, writing for Charles Olson and Jack. Falls from the flying globe, 2-drop spray from the sphere. It is mirrored, it repeats finitely, infinitely. Oh, Puck, the seriousness of animals is monumental. Even though we look across at insects from a fork a billion years cleft away in evolution, it is all this serious world. And to be carefree is to be a soft and laughing star. A real person. This is Hinton. David, thank you. A real person in these terms is one who hasn't forgotten what and where things are in relation to the earth. He has only to maintain true eye for his surroundings and a contact, Thoreau's word again, with the earth, to recognize himself as the inheritor of reality, of a more real way of life, reality at white heat. This is part of the tribal inheritance worldwide that we lose at our peril. We're doomed without this tribal and matrilocal wisdom, which can be shared only among equals who have recognized a common lineage from the earth. Thank you, David Hinton. Jerome Rothenberg. I'm going to miss some people up here. I would have missed you, Amons, A.R. Still, I said I will find what is lowly and put the roots of my identity down there. Each day I'll wake up and find the lowly nearby, a handy focus and reminder, a ready measure of my significance, the voice by which I would be heard, the wills, the kinds of selfishness I could freely adopt as my own. But I have looked everywhere. I can find nothing to give myself to. Everything is magnificent with existence, is in surfeit of glory. Nothing is diminished. Nothing has been diminished for me. It's a big book, Hinton, but I had to get out of town in order to read it. Oh, man. Jeffers. We must uncenter our minds from ourselves. We must unhumanize our views a little and become confident as the rock and ocean that we were made from. Ezra? Thoreau? who we are, woven into where we are. These very wilds. In this epigraph from Thoreau, talk of mysteries. Think of our life in nature, daily to be shown matter, to come in contact with it. Rocks, trees, wind on our cheeks, the solid earth, the actual world, the common sense. Contact, contact. Who are we? Where are we? These very wilds. September 2017, with Karen Bodine. Thank you, Karen, for everything, always, every day.